Going with the trend of making every 99 guide on my channel, welcome to my 1 to 99 cooking guide for old school RuneScape in 2022. Cooking is a very easy skill and probably most people's first 99, especially since it's in free to play, but anyway. The whole point of the cooking skill is taking raw food and making it edible, cooking, and that's pretty much it. That's actually the whole skill. That's pretty much all you do. Before we go over the methods to get to 99 cooking and what to actually cook, we're going to go over a few things. First, we're going to talk about where to cook. So the best place to cook in the whole game depends on your situation. If you want the absolute fastest cooking XP, you don't care about anything else, you're going to be doing Karambwans and you're going to be at the Myths Guild. I'll explain more about the Karambwans later, but the reason you go to the Myths Guild is because it is one tile, not even, it's on the same tile as the range and the bank, so you don't need to move to bank at all, and because it's a range, you burn less food. Another very popular spot is the Rogue's Den, which is the same situation, but instead of a range, it is a fire, so you don't get the bonus of burning less fish or food, but it is still no movement. But arguably, and most likely the best for most of you, is going to be the Hosidius range, and the reason for that is you do have to move, I want to say it's 4 or 5 tiles to the bank. You do get a bonus of burning 5% less food, or if you have the Elite Karen Diary, 10% less food, but I'm not sure a lot of people have Elite Karen without having level 99 cooking. Anyway, so yeah, that is the 3 best places to cook. I would only cook at those 3 places. Essentially, it's like, if you're low level, use the Rogue's Den, then switch to Hosidius, but if you're going to do Karambwans, use the Myths Guild. Now let's talk about items to use while cooking. Unlike other skills, cooking doesn't actually have a skilling outfit, so you don't get any XP boost. That's okay though, because the skill is so fast. A really useful item you can get though is the cooking gauntlets, and that is from the Family Crest quest. Once you get these, it will significantly reduce the likelihood of burning lobster, swordfish, monkfish, sharks, and angler. And that's especially useful if you combine it with the Hosidius range, because obviously, the less fish you burn, the more XP you get, and the more money you get. But enough about the cooking skill itself, let's actually talk about how to get to 99, and it's pretty simple. I'm going to show a few different ways, but we're going to start with level 1. So for 1 to 35, you're pretty much just going to be cooking various different fish, and you're going to be doing quite a different amount of variety because such low levels, you're going to be switching a lot. So for 1 to 5, you're going to be doing sardines, and I'm going to link in the description the actual wiki post that has a lot of useful information, and I'm going to show on screen a quick little chart. But from 1 to 5, you need about 10 successfully cooked to get to 5. Then from 5 to 10, you're going to cook herring. From 10 to 15, you're going to cook mackerel. From 15 to 20, you're going to cook trout. From 20 to 25, you're going to do pike. From 25 to 30, you're going to do salmon. And from 30 to 35, you're going to do tuna. It's really simple. You just buy all the fish from the GE, go to the Rogue's Den, and you can probably get it done in about half an hour, maybe an hour, I would say. And now for this method, and what I would probably assume is one of the most used methods for cooking is where we stop. So at level 35, you unlock the ability to make jugs of wine. You take 14 jugs of water, you take 14 grapes, you combine them in your inventory. After a short amount of time, you'll get an XP drop. If you're consistent enough with it, and you can keep making jugs of wine without getting the XP drop, you can actually stall it and build a giant XP drop. I've seen people get around 700k XP in 1 XP drop, but they're very patient. So you can do this all the way from 35 all the way up to 99 because it's just so good. You'll stop failing them at around level 68, so between 35 and 68, expect somewhere around 2 to 300k XP per hour, but at level 68 to 99, you can experience all the way up to almost 500k XP per hour. Obviously, you're not going to be getting that, so expect somewhere around 420k XP per hour. This does come with a tiny cost though. You lose about minus 0.28 GP per XP, but that's not really that bad. From 68 to 99, it would cost you about 3.4 million, and from 35 to 99, it would cost somewhere around 6 to 7 million. but because of how fast this is, you could probably get it knocked out in like a week. But a lot of people are lazy and they don't feel like sitting there so much and clicking around, so we're going to go over some alternative methods to get to 99. Alright, so let's just say that making wines isn't for you, or maybe it's too expensive, you're brand new to the game, you can't afford 7 mil, or you just want to AFK. Cooking fish inventories takes about a minute per inventory, so it definitely is, I think, a little more AFK. Regardless, there is another method for you. So you'll be going from 35 to 99 solely cooking fish. From 35 to 40, you're going to be continuing and finishing doing tuna. And now here is where cooking gauntlets come in handy, because the recommended fish all the way to 99, every single one of them will benefit from the cooking gauntlets. So if you are going to do this method, go get the cooking gauntlets, you will get way more XP, way more money, way better time. Combine this with the Hosidius range for the extra 5% reduced burn rate, you're in heaven. So what you're going to want to do is go from 40 to 62 using lobster, 62 to 80 using monkfish, 80 to 84 using shark, and 84 to 99 using angler. Quick note though, a lot of people actually just go from 80 to 99 just using sharks because it is way more profit per hour than angler, and it actually is one of the highest profit per hour fish you can cook. The XP rates you can get up to shark vary from about 85k to 200k, but once you get to shark, expect somewhere around 275k all the way up to 300k. So you'll be AFKing and getting 300k XP per hour and about 200k GP per hour. Way better than wines if you don't want to spend money. This is probably what you want to do. So lastly, for the alternative methods for pay to play, I'm briefly going to go over free to play, but for pay to play is going to be actually the absolute fastest you can get in the entire skill, and that's going to be 1 ticking karambwans. So basically, just to quickly outline this, from levels 1 to 30, you're going to be making raw karambwans into poisoned karambwans. And the reason they're poisoned is because I don't think you can actually successfully make them until you're 30. And then from 30 to 99, you're going to be making normal karambwans. So this is where the Myths Guild comes in handy, because you're going to want to be doing it on a range, and this is the only range, I think besides the vent maybe, that you can use for this exact purpose. Basically what you do is manipulate the ticks. So this is using tick manipulation because you're going to be 1 ticking, and basically you hold the spacebar down. You might need to look up a guide for how to do it specifically, but I'm just going to try it to explain it. You set your client to resizable instead of the classic. I'm sure most of you play on resizable anyway, like this. Click the bottom left fish and line up your camera so it kind of looks like this. So the little screen, the furnace is in between the little window here. And then you're going to hold space and you're going to want to get into a rhythm of 1 tick, clicking the karambwan onto the furnace. Because cooking a karambwan only takes 1 tick, you can continuously reset the animation, cooking 1 piece at a time. You can clear a whole inventory out in like 30 seconds, maybe less. You may ask yourself, why would you do this? It's pretty agonizing to sit and get arthritis clicking so many times. Well, that's because if you are very efficient, you can expect upwards of 950,000 XP per hour. Even if you're half as efficient, you're still going to be getting about 500k XP per hour. This is personally what I did for about 80% of my cooking journey. I kind of got sick of doing jugs, so I just knocked the skill out really fast. Took me a few days. It was worth it to me, it might not be worth it to you. If you did it from 30 to 99, you would end up with some profit, but you will burn it at until a certain point. If you only did it from 80 to 99, where you stop burning it, you will make about 6 million GP. I am not sure people do this for making money though, they do it for absolute efficiency. You 1-tick poison karambwans the same way, so you could do this from 1 to 99. Obviously this isn't for most people, but if you're interested in the absolute most XP to get 99, this is what you're going to want to do. There is one other method, which is making pies, I believe, using the Lunar Spellbook. So if that's something you're interested in, you can easily go and do that, because you will also get a decent amount of magic XP per hour, but you can lose some money because the trading volumes for pies aren't exactly that crazy. So I would probably just stick with the normal stuff. And then if you're in free to play, it's pretty simple. You're just gonna cook what you can. There's not a lot in free to play. You don't have sharks or anything like that. You could easily just sit and cook lobster, swordfish, tuna all the way to 99. I know that jugs of wine are actually in free to play, so if you wanted to do that for 35 to 99, you could easily do that. Granted, you should just buy a bond if you have that kind of money. So I would probably do like tuna, lobster, and then swordfish all the way to 99. But anyway, with all of that being said, that is the video. Let me know if you liked it. I know a lot of people probably don't need a cooking guide, but I want to do all the skills in the game, so this one had to go eventually. New billionaire episode next week. It's going to be a long one. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. Comment. Join the Discord in the description. Follow me on Twitter if you want. I have channel memberships. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.